heard that right. The baby goats are here. Amelia had her babies. Do you want to meet them? Let's go see them. I am so excited to show them to you. They are so cute. After 5 months, 5 long months of waiting for these babies, they are finally here. It took 3 days past Miss Amelia's due date. The poor lady had to just keep waiting. She had so many contractions. But she did it. Miss Nancy, you're an auntie. Are you an auntie? Auntie Nancy. There she is, sleeping with her baby boy. You cuddling with your baby boy on the baby boy blanket? And if you look, we have a little baby girl cuddling under the supplements. Let's get a closer look. Hey, Mama. Your babies are beautiful, Miss Amelia. They look just like you. No. Want to show them your beautiful pink nose? Wait till you see this little girl. She is stunning with her flashy ears and her moon spots. She's got moon spots, the white on her back, just like Amelia. There she is. Look at those ears. And those pretty moon spots to match Mama. And hello. Hello, gorgeous. She also has a little white tip to her tail. Bless you. Oh, did you have something on your nose? Is that better? Yeah, that's better. I could sit and watch these babies playing all day. They are so cute. They are doing so good, and oh my goodness, I knew she would be, but Amelia Bedelia is such a good mom. She is constantly laying with them, cleaning them. She allows them to nurse whenever they want. She is talking to them all the time. Even like late at night, I'll check in on the goat cam in there, and she's talking to the babies. She's all cuddled up with them. She is just living her best life right now, loving being a mama goat. I'm so proud of her. And Miss Nancy, she is a little nervous around the babies. She's had her own babies, but these new babies here, she's a little apprehensive about them. So we do have them penned separately behind the pallets so that the babies will stay safe. And I've just been letting Nancy be with them while I'm supervising, just to make sure she doesn't get nervous and try to headbutt them or push them. Because that's how Amelia was with Fancy Nancy's babies at first, where she was just really scared and would just headbutt them, push them away, because they would try to go over and nurse on her. So Miss Nancy's still in milk, so you can see the babies trying to nurse on Miss Nancy. So for right now, we're just doing some supervised visits. Right? Are your eyes blue, little boy? Okay, I swear when he was born a couple days ago, his eyes looked brown. But now in this lighting, they're looking blue. He might be a blue-eyed buckling. Yeah. Let me see your eyes. Okay, so the little girl, her eyes look brown. You got the gold eyes like your mama. And she's got the frosted ears like Miss Amelia. She's got the white pole on top. But she's got white going all down her face with the little pink nose. And then for moon spots, she's got a few on this side and a few on this side. But look at her belly. She's got a splashy belly too. And white going down her chest. She's very fancy. You are. You're fancy. Yeah. Quite the colorful little kid, huh? But very strong. Within a couple minutes of being born, she was up walking. She was looking to nurse. And you saw her today, 2 days old, and she's climbing all over her mama. Now the little boy, he is a little screamer. So I'm gonna get him so we can look at him. I know. Okay. I know it. Alright, our little buckling. He also has the white pole like his, oh, Nancy. He also has the white pole like his mama. Buckskin. He does have a moon spot here as well. He's got little ones on this side. He's got a little one in his armpit too. I know, little brown belly. I know. He's got the really frosted ears like his sister. Miss Amelia has a little bit of frosting on her ears, but my goodness, did she give them quite the frosted ears. Right? And he's got a little frosting on his muzzle too. You want to show him your frosting? Miss Amelia. She's got a little bit on her muzzle, and you get that from your mama too, huh? So cute. So beautiful, beautiful babies. She did great. Here you go. We did get her entire kidding on camera, so that is the next video to come out, so you should definitely check that out. That was the craziest kidding I have ever assisted with. Alright babies, we're gonna let you guys rest. Rest up and get to nursing, because Miss Amelia's udder is huge and there's a lot of milk in there, so I did have to relieve her a little bit this morning because it was really getting uncomfortable for her. So we're going to keep monitoring that and just being good about making sure that they nurse. So just keep a close eye. And now I have some chicks to show you. Oh, but first, look who's at the gate. Hi, Sven. Anna. Oaken. Sven had a rough few days after his hospital visit, but he's back at it visiting his goats, right, Sven? You live for goat babies, right? So you have to come see them, right? He's on the move, just slow moving, right, buddy? What a trooper he is. He lives for his farm life, right, bud? Lots of naps, easy going. I know. He's got a lot of muscle wasting, unfortunately, with the congestive heart failure. But we're gonna cherish what time we have left with him and make sure that he's comfortable. Right, bud? You ready for a nap? Yeah, you had your excitement seeing the babies, now you can go nap. Today is April 28th, which means it's our last frost date, and I've looked at the 10-day calendar and we have no freezing temperatures in sight, which is amazing because I need to get these plants outside to start hardening them off and getting them ready to go out in the garden, which I've been getting the compost ready for that, so it's all coming together. I love this springtime. It's a lot of hard work, but all the babies and the garden plants, the seedlings, I love it all. I got all the tomato plants out and transplanted into the red solo cups, and the ones that were in the peat pots that were so tiny, I did transplant them to plastic pots, and they are doing better. Not a lot of growth, but it's only been 7 days since I transplanted them, so I am hopeful with time they will sprout up and be beautiful tomato plants soon. But the watermelons are doing great. The lettuce that was in the peat pots, those are actually getting fuller, which is great to see. And I'm really happy with these cantaloupes that are down here. They are doing great, but definitely a lot of tomato plants, way more germinated than I was expecting. So those I will be looking for homes for. My, the cucumbers are stunning. They really took off. They are looking great. I'm excited to get those out into the garden. And then these watermelons and tomato plants over here in the larger pots, also doing well. Everything that I thinned and transplanted and up-potted, they all did great. They all survived. We just got to get the plants that were in those peat pots to really get going on their growth because they are way smaller than the other plants. But I am hopeful. If you haven't seen it yet, I did make a video about how I thin my plants, how I up-pot them, so you can definitely check that out if you'd like. It's called Thinning and Up-Potting Seedlings. Okay, now let's pass by these plants and go see the chicks. Okay, so for chicks, I have two brooders set up here. I have chicks that are gonna be 5 weeks old tomorrow over here, and then I have chicks that are 1 week old right here. They're both in Rubbermaid Tupperware bins, but the chicks that are older need less heat. So I have the heat lamp up higher, whereas the chicks that are only a week old, they need a lot more heat. So at a week old, they need 90 degrees. So that's why this heat lamp is lower than that heat lamp. Believe it or not, that difference in level of the heat lamps definitely makes a temperature difference. So I use a Brooder thermometer to check to make sure each week that I'm adjusting the height of the heat lamp to accommodate for the temperatures that they require. So in the first week, these guys were at 95 degrees, and now at a week old, the heat lamp gets changed so that it's at a 90-degree temperature height. Whereas these guys that are gonna turn 5 weeks old, at 5 weeks old, they only need a temperature of 70 degrees. And so they are actually going to be moving outside. I'm happy that today is the last frost date for our area, and the 10-day forecast shows no signs of freezing temperatures. So they're gonna go out into the chick coop, which I just got all cleaned out and ready for them. And I'm gonna set up a heat lamp in there that they'll have such big area they can alternate between whether they want to be right under the heat lamp, in the middle, still within the range of the heat lamp, or completely away from it. And that's going to give their feathers a chance to really feather out and get them prepared to no longer need the heat lamp, which is usually around 8 weeks of age, weather permitting, once they're outside. So it's exciting that they're going to have a big move, hopefully this weekend, and then we'll continue raising these babies inside until they're ready to move out. And then we have an incubator full of chicks. So I'll show you these two and then I'll show you the incubator. So these are the 3 that will turn 5 weeks old tomorrow. And usually you can tell their gender at about 8 weeks of age. But I am already seeing redness in the comb of this one here. So that definitely looks like a rooster. This one is starting to get some pink and is likely a rooster. Whereas this one over here does not have any pink developing. So that she may be a hen, however, she still has another 3 weeks to develop redness in the comb, which would make me say she's a rooster. So we'll see. I think we got 2 boys, 1 girl. We're gonna wait and see. I did try out for the first time using pine pellets for the babies now that they're a little bit bigger, and I gotta say I really like it. It's really cut down on the smell, especially having these chicks in the house. The stinkiness can get a bit much, but the pine pellets really help, and I do find them much easier to clean out than the shavings. I do like them. I am not using them currently with the 1-week-old chicks. With the 1-week-old chicks, I am using paper towels. I do use just paper towels for the first week because less likely to slip and cause any problems with like splayed legs. And they definitely do well with the paper towels, but it is a lot more maintenance, a lot more cleaning. It's a twice-a-day cleaning routine with the paper towels. So I just cleaned this out 5 minutes ago and they are already going to town. There are 16 chicks in here and they are quite cute. So they will be outgrowing this Rubbermaid container quickly, and I'll either separate them into 2 separate bins or get a larger brooder for them. So I just wanted to show you the difference outside of the red light. So the one here on my left looks like a rooster. The one in the middle so far, she looks like a pullet, which is a young female. And then the one over here has a little bit of pink, so I'm thinking is gonna be a cockerel or a rooster, a little boy, but we'll see. I don't like to call it until they're 8 weeks old, so a few more weeks. And now to show you the size difference that 4 weeks makes. This is a 1-week-old chick, and this is tomorrow, 5-week-old chick. So 1 month difference, and yes, definitely a big difference. Right? Yeah, I know, you got perch so that I can show you. See? Quite the difference. It doesn't feel like it's been 5 weeks since this baby here was this size. It goes by very, very quickly. Now in this incubator over here, we have 4 days to go till hatching day. And I did candle the eggs. Now this is the incubator I was a little nervous about the hatch rate on this one because I'm using a seedling heat mat. I've never used a seedling heat mat to keep the area warm around the incubator. I've used regular heating pads for humans. So I am happy to say that so far this is working out well. I've been keeping track of the temperature on this as well with a Brooder thermometer, and most of the time it's been staying around 84 degrees. It does fluctuate a little bit, 82, 86, so there is a little bit of fluctuation, but it's staying in the 80s, which I do like. And I haven't seen temperature fluctuations on the actual incubator, which is good. They seem to be working well together. I did have on the last candling 3 unfertilized eggs, so I did remove those 3 eggs. Originally we had 22 eggs in here. I removed 3. I'm going to be candling these eggs tomorrow, right before lockdown, to see if there's any that have stopped growing, any early embryonic deaths, that sort of thing. And then a few days after that, they'll be hatching, and so we'll see what the hatch rate is with this seedling heat mat. But so far so good. I'll keep you posted on that. And you gotta love chick season. Right now I got 2 different age chicks. I'm gonna have a 3rd group of chicks. And it's all really exciting because I get to raise these chicks up because I have customers who want pullets. And with Buff Orpingtons, for me personally, I tell their gender around 8 weeks of age. So I am gonna raise these up and sell the pullets at 8 weeks of age to my customers, and then we're gonna have a lot of roosters. So those roosters will also be for sale, and hopefully we can find them all good homes. And as if that wasn't enough chicks, we are getting ready our other 2 incubators that are now empty after these chicks have come out, and we have gathered enough hatching eggs to put in those 2 incubators. So those 2 incubators, those are getting washed today, sanitized. They've now been at room temperature going on 24 hours, so those are going to get washed and placed in the incubators once the incubators have been running and holding steady with the heating pads under them. And then 3 weeks, we're gonna have another batch of chicks, so, which I do have customers lined up for those chicks, so those will be going at a day old to their home. So I will be raising these, but the next batches, those are going at a day old. So I just have to plan brooders for these 3 batches. Thank goodness we built a chick coop outside because we definitely need the extra space. But before I get to cleaning incubators, I got a compost pile I gotta turn, I got baby goats to check back on, and then I've got seedlings that I gotta get outside to a shady area to harden. All the fun things of spring, so I'm gonna get to it. But thank you for joining me for this Friday farm vlog. And if you haven't started your farm yet, what are you waiting for? Get your farm on.
Like and subscribe!
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to farm? A wicked awesome farm. Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm and we'll show you. Yeah, welcome to our show.